Hi everyone. How are my psychic friends today? My metaphysical friends. Hi Black Beauty. How are you, sweetie? How's everyone doing today? Hi. Oh, look at this. Got something stuck in here. What is it? Goddess. Let's hold that aside. Goddess wants to talk to us today. The goddess would like to see you now. Good morning, magical mermaid. Let me see if I put these glasses on. No, it's fine. I like my other glasses better. Let me get my other glasses. By the way, I cleaned my chair. Look how good my chair looks now. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's all cleaned. And it took nothing to do. I put it on the terrace and then I let it bake in the sun and voila, clean. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Blessed One. Hi, Chantel. Hi, Teresa, sweetie. How are you? What's up, you all? Cello. There used to be something back in the day. Cello. All right, let's make this as short as possible. But you know that's an impossibility with me. So if I say it's going to be short, then most times it's hella long. All right. Let's see what Spirit has to say for you today. Let's pick this deck first. Oh, wait. Before this, that's why I never. Today is, let's call it Peppermint Monday. Peppermint Monday. Get your dirt wipes for your Peppermint Monday. They have a peppermint flavor, I like to call them, for their cleaning wipes. And on Mondays, if you didn't know this, let me explain it to you right now. On Mondays, we take peppermint and we clean our whole house with peppermint. I'm just cleaning my glasses just to see if there's any dirt on them. There probably is, yeah. These are my other glasses, so I'm not worried about these. We clean our doorknobs. We clean our walls with peppermint. We every doorknob, especially the front doorknob, right? That's where Corona. If Corona's gonna last anywhere, it's gonna be on the front door, right? Also, the bathroom door. Also, every wall in your house. Take a wipe and just start wiping things down. So I like to call it Peppermint Monday, right? Also, people, to take negative energy out of your house, use ammonia to take negative energy out your house. For some of you who think there's a curse on you or the evil eye is on you, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm saying there's a way to handle that. So get some ammonia. Do not add bleach. Mix it with some water. Get a rag, as we like to call it, and just start wiping things down. Wipe your dining room tables down, your kitchen cabinets down, particularly if you think there's some negative energy. Also, negative COVID energy. The wipes are to keep money flowing. That's what the peppermint wipes are for, to keep the money flowing. If you think you have negative energy, which most people do think this, and it's okay if you think this, ammonia gets rid of negative energy. All right. Now, I would not mix the both. I wouldn't take a peppermint wipe and mix it with ammonia because I don't know what that might do. Right. So if you want to get rid of negative energy, I would do this first. Right. And I mean everything, your kitchen cabinets up and down, the sides of your tables, the legs of your tables, which people forget to do. All of that can capture something, all of it. If dust can land there, then you can trust and believe evil can land there too, right? I would do this first. I would wait a couple of hours, and then very, very swiftly and lightly, I would go behind with the peppermint wipes. That's what I would do on Peppermint Monday, right? And I normally have not been using ammonia, people. It's not a thing that I normally use, but I forgot. I forgot to use this. So now I'm back to using this. And put it in your mop water, not with bleach. Do not mix it with bleach. Do not hold me accountable because I said use ammonia and y'all craziness added bleach. Do not add bleach. Do not come for me. Do not even tell me, Tracy, I forgot what you said and I used bleach and I passed out and the ambulance had to come. You cannot afford to not breathe and go to the hospital. This is why I'm being really specific. Do not add bleach. Do not add bleach. Are we good? Well, apple cider vinegar. Tell me why first, Magical Monday, Magical Mermaid. Because vinegar is for cleaning. Yes, these are very specific reasons. Peppermint is for money. And ammonia is to get evil spirits out your house. All right. There's a lot of talking today. Y'all are. So just tell me what apple cider vinegar can add. That's all I need to know from a spiritual essence. Vinegar is cleaning. Vinegar, lemon, those orange, those are all cleaning additives. I'm not mentioning anything other than ammonia today. Just ammonia. That's all we're going to talk about today is ammonia. Just use ammonia. And do not mix ammonia with anything other than water. All right. That's all I have to say. You can add maybe a little dish detergent, a little non-bleach dish detergent. That would be fine. All right. Are we good, guys? Ooh. Scribe. 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 I'm going to start reading these upside down. I think I can read them both ways. I don't need to keep this all positive. But today, it did show up upside down. I picked it up upside down. So I'm going to read the shadow part of scribing. Because I think it mattered today. And then I turned it up right side up. And I don't know if it should be doing that anymore. However way it comes, it comes. Scribe. This could be talking about creating your own work. It's about, I know what this is. This is about online stuff. Those that are venturing out online and creating ebooks or creating magazines or creating stories, right? To tell the world, right? But it comes in a form of plagiarizing or pirating or creative work that does not belong to just you, right? So there's a big difference with Google, right? Because you can look up anything on Google, right? And you need to be careful whether or not you're repeating the words verbatim. But let's say you don't have the gift enough to not repeat the word unless you had that challenge in school. Has anyone had that challenge where a teacher makes you read something and then rewrite what you read in your own words? And it can be difficult. I think it was like creative writing class, right? Do you guys remember that? And it can be very difficult to do until the practice falls in your system very easily. And then after a while, you can find yourself writing, researching, writing, and putting it all in your own words. With the onset of Google and the need for people to be seen their way on social media could bring a lot of plagiarism. All right. And you want to be careful as you're creating the new you in the COVID. And the new you is most likely going to be social media new you. Many folks didn't even think about having a lifestyle on social media. And what came first? Dancing, right? Came first. And the onset, no, what came first was makeup. Makeup went to physicality, dancing. Music then showed up. But now there's going to be a sense of individualism. And it could come in a form of, guess what, guys? I wrote an ebook. I have a magazine. I have online magazine. I have a niche in a particular market that I have become the expert in. But did you really become the expert? The way around not plagiarizing is to give people credit. That if you research something and you found it on www.herbalist.com, give them credit. Let people know this is where I found my research. Do not let people believe you're the expert in anything unless you're really the expert in everything that you're the expert in. Chances are, even the expert are finding their research on Google. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that what I'm saying makes sense out there. So, Scribe manifests upside down, which is the way I pulled it, manifests in altering facts, plagiarizing, pirating, or any creative work that does not belong to you. It belongs to someone else. Now, there's a fine line between X, Y, and Z. There's a fine line. If you see a painting that you love and you recreate the painting in your vision, I don't know if that's plagiarizing. But again, you can say inspired by this painting, this mural. Look for a pattern of compiling information, not for personal gain, but for the joy of preserving and sharing it with the rest of the world, which is what I'm getting with social media, the rest of the world. I think it's very important to understand that if you have something you're sharing with the rest of the world, is it for the rest of the world or is it for your ego? And there's a fine line between the two. Is it for the rest of the world or is it for money? If it's for money, COVID's going to catch you. COVID's going to snatch you right up. If it's your ego against doing it for others, well, eventually you'll show that to people. Or somebody will call you out and you're going to feel hurt by it. Because people can see things. You're going to be like, I'm not doing it. for that reason. It's like, oh, yeah, no, that's the way I see it. So, all right. Also, Goddess was in the other deck. So let's read Goddess. Let me just see if I can get it upside down or right side up. I really don't care. There you go. Upside down. Goddess upside down. Huh. Goddess. Goddess along with social media. I think I know what this means. Yeah. Shadow goddess manifests in extreme self indulgence, as seen in movie stars and fashion models and social media. Or using the goddess of anything, the goddess of Venus, the goddess of Oshun, the goddess of Kuan Yin, using the goddess for your greater good, right? Or saying to someone, I'm writing and I'm using goddess. And guys, if y'all pull this in the middle of a COVID, which is trying to teach the world to be better, if y'all pull this, good luck. Because if you call on Goddess energy, you have to make sure that the arrogance of your human self doesn't stand in front of the goddess energy that you're talking about. So if you bring up Venus in any of your writings, you have to make sure that you're not becoming Venus from an egotistical presentation. In Africa, when we have our goddesses, Yamaya, I keep pronouncing it wrong, and let's say Oshun, and there's many others. We call ourselves the daughter of. That way, we're not stepping in front of the goddess. Interesting, right? I think I'm the daughter of Yamaya, not Yamaya's in me. I am Yamaya. I am Yamaya because I am the daughter of. So I present the world Yamaya. I present her to the world. I stand behind her, even though I've incorporated her style in me. All right. So be careful. This has something to do with writing, first of all, communicating, social media presentation, ego, plagiarizing, ego. Oh, thank you, Katrina. Yes, sweetie, give ancestors weed. Oh, they love weed. They come from nature. All the ancestors are nature. Give them weed. Ancestors, goddesses, make them people happy. Last night for the eclipse moon, I gave my ancestors the Thanksgiving food that I would normally eat. So I gave them a plate of that. I saved some for them. We have another moon coming up on 12/14. We should have 3 moons, 3 eclipses. So let me check something while I have you guys here. Barb. Oh, here it is. We have another one coming up on 12/14. We just had an amazing one last night. Did anybody see the ring around the moon? Did anybody see it? Let me know who saw the ring around the moon. Here it is. Anybody? Alchemy. You're the alchemist. Change that energy from writer's block. Become the alchemist and do your work. Yes, we have another eclipse on the 14th. It's a new moon eclipse. On the 14th, in the new moon in Scorpio, that is the time to do your shadow work and get rid of all of your ugly. That includes obvious things like smoking, doing too much drugs, prescription drugs, arguing, speaking assertively. We'll talk about that. That is the time to ask God to release you from your personal ugly. And I would say that's a good moon to work on yourself. Yes, the 14th, sweetie. That's a good moon to work, but you can start it on the 13th after 11 o'clock Eastern. This is the good time because we're going into 2021, and 2020 was just practice. So, time to cleanse yourself of things that don't fit a new world, and time to figure out that your change is required. So that's the first one, because eclipses run in threes. And then after that, again on the 14th, but this time it's December 14th, there'll be a solar eclipse. Ooh. Ooh, in Sagittarius. Ooh. Two very powerful moons coming up. One, to get rid of your personal ugly. We just had a lunar eclipse yesterday. This lunar eclipse was very good for open road, open path, and you still have 3 days to do it, by the way. Open road, open path. What do you want? Write it down. Think of the impossible outcomes. Impossible outcomes. So if you want to be a star and you don't even recognize how to do that, put it down anyway. Impossible outcomes. You dream it, you be it. But you have to enter into shifting the change, which is why writing is so important. The new moon that's coming up on the 14th, which is just in 2 weeks, now's the time to, for the next 2 weeks, look at your ugly. Look at how you are. Look at your shadow self and recognize ugly. And we all have it. Even those of us that are working on ourselves still have it, because there's something about holding on to ugly that is important, because you want to use it when you have to. So you might be developing this way healthy, but where's that 10% ugly? Look at it, deal with it, release it. We'll talk about it, because that's really, and breathe. Imagine having to hold on to something like anger all your life, and you have to get rid of it. But what if anger is the very thing that could kill you in 2021? What if anger leads to a stroke? Now do you see why it's important to get rid of something? Now you get it? Thank you. Yeah, let's talk about that for the next 2 weeks. Let's start talking about all the things we need to do to release ugly. Let's do it on Saturday show. Remember, We talked about 10 things that you like and love about yourself. Let's do some shadow work on Saturday. That'll be a beautiful time. On what's the name of the show? The View from the Other Side, the other side of the view from the spiritual side. I haven't decided what the name is yet. It's all over the place. And then I might still come up with a different name. By the way, does anybody have any good ideas for the name of the show? I'm completely open to exploring anything. All right. Next card. Next card. Are you guys good? I already did my candles. So you go ahead and do what you have to do to create your open road. It's the intention. So light the candle, but what you write is going to be the most important thing. You have to speak it. You got to put it down on paper. You got to shake it up. And writing it is part of, after you write it, say it. Read your note. I write mine to God and Jesus. And then read it out loud. And be emphatic about it. Even if it sounds crazy, because it might be a little crazy. But God is okay with crazy. He creates the impossibility. I was going to say something else. Oh, the open road mix, the open road herbal mix will be for December 14th. You guys have a whole month to order the open road mix. Don't wait till the last minute. Be prepared. These eclipses are everything. And the lunar eclipse is what you want in secret. What do you want? What's your secret? What's your secret desires? You know, I want to be a writer. I want to be a journalist, but you're not there yet. But that's your desire in secret. That's yesterday's. And you got 3 days to do it, right? The solar eclipse is what will be seen, what will be public. And that's when we want to say it again, repeat it, but new words, new identity, new emphaticness with the solar eclipse. All right. So I'm creating an open road mix for the solar eclipse. Now, let me tell you, this ingredient, amazing, amazing ingredients, amazing. A lot of research. All right. Heaven on earth. I feel like I pulled this before, but maybe I pulled it for one of my clients. I get confused sometimes. I'll take heaven on earth. We've had such a bad year that we need some heaven on earth, right? Both heaven and hell exist on earth, but only in our minds, for both are created through our thoughts, our actions, and intentions. This card is pointing to the fact that you have helped create a disturbing situation in your life by giving it power. That makes sense because the two of you were talking about writer's block. Once you talk about writer's block, you made it real. You decide to be creative. You decide to not let words like writer's block stop you. This card is pointing to the fact that you have helped create a disturbing situation in your life by giving power to something you do not have to give power to. Regardless of who or what is getting at you or bothering you, the current situation can be transformed. You're the alchemist. If you cease to give it power. Focus on the positive instead of plugging in to another's negativity plug in the power of light and love. Send light and love to all concerned and visualize yourself energetically detaching from them. You can start to create heaven on earth right now by simply making love your focus. In doing so, you will attract loving people and situations into your life. You know, I was talking to a friend yesterday, one of my church friends, and we were talking about the COVID, and, you know, it's chaos is swirling around with the COVID. And I told her, I said, the best way I can handle the chaos that's swirling around is to disengage. And that's what I've decided to do. I've decided to do what's right by me, disengage, and let the chaos ensue. But the chaos isn't for me. So I organize my personal self by, this is just me, I'm not asking y'all to do what I do, by following the rules, by now I double up on my mask, and I make sure that I go out as little as possible right now, today. And that's the alchemy in me. Like, and I know, like, God took my car away in just before the COVID, right? Just before California went on lockdown. And I was like, what's that about? And I see why God took my car away, because I would have used it as a safety net, and I would have been running about a lot. And I think God just is like, I know you. So you can always get your car back, but I'm gonna, you know, take it from you until you get to recognize that you cannot participate in chaos. All right. So listen, I don't know who this card is for, but it's for somebody in this group. All right. If you would like to elaborate on anything that I say, anything, just go to traceybrownlive.com and text or email me for your own personal reading. And let's get to the bottom of any unplugging that you're finding it hard to do, especially those that are working. You know, we want to survive our jobs right now. All right. So we want to be really, really careful as to what's bothering you at work. All right. All right, sweetie. I love you all. Looking forward to Saturday's show. Yes, I'll keep mentioning it throughout the week because I've got to come back with some videos today, you know, on, I forgot on what. It's on something, but I forgot. And every time I do a video, I'll remind you guys about what Saturday's show is about. All right, loves. Thank you for putting up with a short video. That wasn't short. Bye, love. My house is so hot.